Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on, yes on, yes on, yes.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Well, this is a player coming off a subpar performance last week when he was nearly invisible in their passing attack. But at least it was still a win. He'll want to be much more involved in the offense in this one. It's the Bengals going up against the Seahawks.
Larry, no trip to the Northwest is really complete without a little rain, and we're going to get plenty of it here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. Their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other. supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Wilson on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. First down, this is Rawls. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The numbers for Rawls from a week ago. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest. They'll try to run with Rawls. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well...
You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Ben Roethlisberger, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Jared Goff with 2 first-half touchdown passes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson going down the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So we're back. Scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter down in Arizona. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Ben Roethlisberger with 1 touchdown pass thus far. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Wilson on third down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Vontaze Burfict. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to...
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Now Wilson on first down, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, Rawls. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On first down, Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Meanwhile, down in Glendale, and it's the Cardinals who have scored to grab the lead there. Teddy Bridgewater with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Russell Wilson appears to be shaken up. And you know they're holding their breath over on that sideline. He's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away. If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. On 1st and 10, Callahan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. And now a first down following that long gain. Operating from the gun, Callahan. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action, Callahan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive. But on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. Chargers have scored again, so they are really opening it up. Keenan Allen, he had a touchdown reception to help the cause. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Bengals, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.